Hi everyone, I'm Ashley Evans. I write Wannabe Wisdom, Diaries of a Fake Guru on Substack, and this is a very unofficial origin story of Wannabe Wisdom, Diaries of a Fake Guru. I'm reading my essay to you today. Here we are. This is for those who feel too much and are done pretending that they don't. Those who are so sick of themselves that they're willing to do anything to move through the doubts, the blocks, the imposter syndrome, the not good enoughs, the fear. The fear, that horrible, sleazy salesperson feeling, the invisibility, the overwhelm, the burnout, the bitter resentment, and eventually, because this is how it goes, the slow drift towards spiritual decay. If any of that sounds familiar, here's how it played out for me. When the pandemic sent North America home to do laundry, a collective timeout no one asked for, but I prayed for. By 2020, I had spent 16 years in a stable communications career and a full decade auditioning on the side, acting, writing, dancing, waiting for something to whisk me away into my real creative life, the one I always thought I was meant for. In between writing staff emails and troubleshooting communication strategies and press releases, the fluorescent lights beated down on me. Those office lights, they felt personal, antagonistic even. They were the beaming electric magnetic waves directly into my eyeballs, sucking the dopamine from my brain. I hated those lights since grade school. I gazed out the window and silently prayed to the giant fluffy white cloud in the sky, please, mystery of the universe, there has to be something more than this. Then COVID hit. Literally, the next day we were all sent home. It was that moment in the movie Home Alone when Kevin realizes what he's done and he panics. I made my family disappear. And then it really dawns on him. I made my family disappear. And suddenly, this whole new world of possibility opens up. At first, the shutdown felt like an unspoken celebration. Privilege, yes, I know. Devastating. A lot of people died. And yet, simultaneously, many of us felt that awkward happiness of getting to go home and do laundry in between emails. Suddenly, that stillness in my life had an excuse, an explanation even. It's not me, I told myself. It's COVID. COVID, you jerk, as I mouthed. Thank you. But eventually, COVID stopped covering for me. It exposed me. Everything felt stale. I logged into work. I showed up to Zoom meetings. Thank goodness for #poor Jennifer. Remember her? The woman who accidentally left her camera and audio on while using the bathroom during a work call? And not just the number one. Thank you, Jennifer, a true highlight. A reluctant cultural hero. I hope you can laugh about it now. Mostly though, I was struggling to find meaning. I worried I was being overtaken by a low-grade depression. Online yoga classes started feeling like Groundhog's Day in leggings. I joined an online acting class just to feel some kind of human connection. Seeing faces, even in those little tiny rectangles, helped me survive. I journaled every day trying to write something truthful, but my thoughts just stayed trapped in this rumination loop. It was not good. Garbage, honestly. But a small, persistent thought tickled my ear hairs. Join a writer's group. Out of desperation, I took a workshop with a writer who had a large following. I worried it would be one of those overpriced, I hope some of your talent rubs off on me celebrity writer situations. And it sort of was that, but it was okay because by the end of it, on a whim, I joined a small online writing group with 5 strangers from the workshop. We were all interested in starting a regular practice. We met weekly. 1 week turned into 3 years. We showed up. We shared raw, deeply personal writing. We talked about everything, our dreams, our ambitions, our fears, our childhoods, and why modern life felt so hollow. It was there that I first heard of Substack, and it was there that Wannabe Wisdom began to take shape. Why I called it Wannabe Wisdom? I stopped waiting to feel legit. Wannabe Wisdom was born from this intense imposter syndrome and from the need to climb out of this low-grade hopelessness that had started to creep into my life. I had so much inside of me to share through writing, but every time I went to put something out there, a loud, overwhelming voice knocked me flat. Who do you think you are? That feeling hit me like a pack of creative mobsters. It paralyzed me every time. I knew I wanted to write in a memoir-style voice. I knew I wanted to offer meaningful personal stories with humor and wisdom, but that voice was so dominant, I couldn't start. When I landed on the title, Wannabe Wisdom, Diaries of a Fake Guru, something shifted. It had loosened that grip of imposter voice, that imposter syndrome, because I wasn't claiming to be anyone's guru. I said to myself, this is my wisdom. It doesn't have to be yours, but if it helps, take it. That single thought freed me to write. The Great Resignation with 4 subscribers. Around this time, I quit my job. I didn't know it yet, but I was a part of the Great Resignation. I took a much needed sabbatical and focused on acting and writing. Through it all, the group kept meeting, and that carried me through, which would have been a much harder season. The group slowly dissolved around 2023, just as another massive life shift hit me. The home my husband and I had been living in for 7 years sold, and we had to move immediately. The world was freshly post-COVID. The writers' strike in the entertainment industry had just begun, which meant auditioning was on hold for a while. So we made a decision. We put everything we owned in storage and went on the biggest exploration of our lives. 5 months traveling through Central America. I had everything ahead of me, 4 subscribers, and a newsletter to document the journey. So what is Wannabe Wisdom? Wannabe Wisdom is for people who love self-reflection but are allergic to self-help cliches. It's part diary, it's part poetry, it's part therapy scribble, and it's part permission slip to make imperfect things on purpose. I write for the deep feelers, the late bloomers, the overthinkers, the creatives who aren't blocked by a lack of talent, but by fear, overwhelm, and self-doubt. If you've ever wondered, is it normal to feel this much? You're in the right place. What I believe? Creative struggle isn't a flaw. It's a call from the universe. Writing is simply how we learn to listen to it. Every sentence says, here I am, and the moment it's written, you're already becoming someone new. We're always in a state of becoming. It takes real courage to keep shedding the old self and stepping into a new one, like a container that just expands as we're expanding. My hope is to offer wisdom, comfort, and encouragement as you change. I'm Ashley Evans. I'm an artist, writer, actress, dancer, full-time human being. And for 16 years, I've worked as a communications shapeshifter, manager, copywriter, researcher. I've worked across government, retail, entertainment, including the animation studio behind Rick and Morty, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and Teen Titans Go. And now, more than 2,500 deep-feeling humans read Wannabe Wisdom for honest pep talks and creative courage. Here's a couple other fun facts about me. I've died in several award-winning horror short films. I teach hot Pilates and bar. I live with my husband and our silver lab Thor, who is much wiser than I am. So join me. You can subscribe for free on Substack, get weekly essays, creative pep talks, and soul sparks straight to your inbox. Also, I have a tier for paid subscribers who get access to my Creative Confidence Toolkit, which includes monthly theta therapy audios, which is a deep workflow of visualizations. You also get guides, prompts, and exclusive essays, and VIP pricing on future workshops. Your support helps keep this one-woman creative studio caffeinated, curious, and committed to writing things that matter. Make sure to also subscribe on YouTube, click like, and subscribe. Evolving loudly with love and rebellion. Ashley, your fake guru.